The trees, of course, you can bring in from a library that you can get from the collaboration version, or just by asking people like me nicely on the forum, and we'll provide stuff like this for you. But I'm sure you'll agree that it's a very useful tool to be able to just extrude the plan data in this form. Things like the roof and what have you, the extrusion is just done horizontally as opposed to vertically, so that you get the profile drawn along the ridge direction rather than vertically from the plan version. But all in all, very, very, very simple to use, and it's possible also to import 3D data from the collaboration version and display that in the entry-level version of MicroGDS. So if we return, for example, to our original file that we opened, which was our Stoop Brow project here. If I open that project, you'll see that we've actually got a more elaborate 3D model that's actually not complete. It's a work in progress. And this does include things that you can't produce in the entry-level version. But if we just do a quick hidden mode, shaded hidden line view, you'll see that it is perfectly happy displaying the data that was created in the collaboration version. Okay, so I'll close that down, and I'll close the master plan down as well. I'm going to look at a very large project now. This is another multi-user project this time. It's a warehouse development, and there's a lot of data in this project. So what we're going to do is we're going to open, first of all, a proposed site plan. So if I go down to my folder here, which has got my plot windows in it, I can scroll down, and I'm looking for, let me see, I'm looking for drawing number 102. Here we go. So this is the site plan for the job. This is, you can see, it's quite a large campus. This again is it's a sort of master planning exercise that we've just taken on, and we're starting to produce the design and production drawings based on the master plan itself. Again, you don't need a separate set of data. We just take the master plan and just carry on and work with that information to progress into the detailed design proposals and also into the working drawings. What that does mean is if there are changes, you don't have to go back and change the master plan separately. You're changing everything simultaneously with just one edit. So I'm going to double-click that to open the plan effectively in model space, and I'm going to revert back to my white background. I really don't like working with these black backgrounds. And if we zoom into this job here, and again, we saw the amount of detail that we got in that small extension, and you might think, well, you know, small extension, you're not hitting the system too hard. This is anything but a small extension. And if I zoom into the loading dock here, you'll see that we're getting the same kind of potential for incorporating the detail into the project as well. So again, the beauty of this is that if you make a change, if we move this loading dock door, all of the detail elements and the GA elements are in sync all the time because they're included in the same project and not drawn as separate things. Okay, I'm going to, and one of the things with multi-user, and again, it's in entry level, so don't be frightened of using it, is that many people can work on the same project at the same time. They can even work in the same drawing at the same time. The only thing they can't do is work on the same layer. So it would be possible, for example, to have one user working on the staircase area and another user working on the docks. So they're adjacent, they're in the same project and in the same window, and they could do that quite easily. It's not a dynamic update. Each user will not immediately see the changes the other is making, but you can choose to do an update at any point from your window editor. So if we go have a look now at another couple of drawings from this one, I'm just going to close these two down. Just trying to not overload the interface with too much information for you at the moment. And we're going to open two versions here of the same drawing. So we've got a color version and a monochrome version. And if we just tile those, you'll see that it's the same drawing but presented differently. There was a specific reason for doing that in this case. We were doing full-colour presentation drawings, but the local authority wouldn't accept colour drawings. So we had to produce the monochrome versions as well. So we drew everything with these hatch styles, and then if we look at our, just open that drawing there, all that we did is in our drawing we set up versions of the layers containing that information, and we just specified a different line style to use rather than one that we'd drawn the style with. So we did this override, it's called in MicroGDS terms, and we can do anything, we can override anything at any kind of level. So you could override the entire layer or individual objects within the layer, even individual lines within the layer to display them differently. So you could use full colour highlighting for anything. In this case, it's been used for presentation purposes. Okay, going to close those two down, and we're going to look at another feature now, which again was employed in this particular project, and it's the ability to attach attribute information to any element of a drawing. And there are some attributes that are implicit within the things that you're drawing anyway. So, for example, the area of a thing is automatically set as an attribute. And what we've done here is we were showing the use class areas of the building. So we've got two different colours to represent green for our retail area, and then this orange colour for our warehouse and process areas. And down here we have a key plan. If you zoom into that, you'll see that the key plan shows floor areas. So I'm just going to double click on that to open the original drawing, and I'm going to set up a new view based on that drawing. And if we just tile everything so that we can see what's going on. Right, so we have our, let's double click on that one again. It's opened in the same view, sorry. Let's just click the right icon this time. Right, so we have our two views. If I zoom out and double click on our floor plan area, and let's tile those together. If I zoom into our area here where we've got the two different area colours overlapped, the areas have been derived as data from the original graphics and displayed here both as square meters and as square feet. If we edit this drawing, I'm just going to do a fairly simple edit, a fairly dramatic edit to move the line across here. If you look at the floor areas down on the right hand side, you'll see that they immediately update to show you the effect of the alteration that we've done there. So this is a dynamic link. So once you've calculated the floor areas, once you've created your polygons that define the floor areas and set up your link to your plot sheet here, then the areas are updated automatically. You can take that a step further. If we go to a spatial analysis schedule, which I think is, I'll just check my list here, drawing 141. Now I'm afraid I can't demonstrate this dynamically because the project data is actually based on a server, and the path names for the spreadsheet, the original spreadsheet, wouldn't work on my local hard drive here. But all of this information here is derived in exactly the same way as the information on the plot sheet. It's been put into a spreadsheet, and in this case it's an open office spreadsheet, but equally it could be Microsoft Office. And then that spreadsheet has itself been linked back into this drawing. And we've added the presentation information on the spreadsheet, so the colours of the cells and the formatting of the text is all handled in the spreadsheet. But all of these areas are linked back to the original drawings that we created in MicroGDS. And the total areas are calculated accurately and summed up and displayed for the planners in this case. Equally, we could have added information for costings and such like, so we could have produced a square metre costing for our project based on the areas that we've defined. So we've got gross areas as well set up in this project. As you can see in these first two columns, we've got gross internal, gross external, and then all of the particular use categories set up for us.